Hi, I was going to talk a little bit about different types of rotary cutters. Now, there's lots of different styles of rotary cutters. There are straight rotary cutters, and then there's ones that have a more elaborate handle. You don't need anything special to get started on making your first quilt top, but I am going to go through a little bit of the sizing and what is different about the different types of handles. Rotary cutters start off at about an 18 millimeter size. This is a little bitty guy. He is designed for specialty piecing such as paper piecing. You're not going to use this much until you get into your more advanced quilts. The next size up from that would be a 28 millimeter. Not too much bigger, same thing, specialty cutting, stuff like that. Then there's the straight handle. This is a 45 millimeter. This is going to be probably your go-to rotary cutter for personal use. There is one that's bigger. It is a 60 millimeter. It's like the size of a small pizza cutter. That is designed for going through many layers of fabric at one time. For purposing of making your first quilt top, you will probably want to get a 45 millimeter rotary cutter. Now, if safety is a concern for you, these are not going to be your safest rotary cutters. These, once they are opened, they have to be pushed back down. That's not the most convenient for safety. Same thing with this one. Once he's open, he has to be pushed back down in order to be closed. This one and this one both have safety features that are very convenient. This one is the one that I use the most. This one, you push this one forward and the blade is not open, ready to use. It's got this little button here that once you push that, the blade is retracted and it's no longer a safety hazard. This is also, to me, one of the most comfortable ones. I believe this is called a coaster. It's from Fiskars. Fiskars and Olfa are probably the two main brands out there. They both do very good jobs. I tend to lean more towards the Fiskars because I like the way their handles are. But it is totally personal preference. This one also has a safety feature. This one has where you have to squeeze it to open the blade part to make your cuts. It also has a button here that once you push that, you're no longer able to squeeze it to open it, so that's a very good safety feature. However, since you have to squeeze it to release the blade, this is not the best type of rotary cutter for someone who has arthritic hands. You have to constantly squeeze and release in order to make this one work for you. If that were the case, I would definitely go with one more like this. This one's also more expensive than something like this or something like this. But it's all personal preference in that department. Whatever is going to give you something that's comfortable to use is what you're going to want to go with. You can get one like this that comes in a kit. Most craft places, even like stores like Walmart, stuff like that, will have some kind of a kit like this, where it comes with a board, a rotary cutter, and a ruler. This is all you need to get started on your first quilt top. It's probably not what you're going to want to use all the time once you decide if you like quilting or not, but this will get you started. This is all you need. There are many different types of mats to use. I tend to get whatever mat is the biggest mat that I can afford, basically. I do a lot of cutting. I have a large table to put my cutting mat on, which is a very good thing when you're making lots of quilts. You need something stable, something sturdy. I actually have a dining room table that I use for my workstation. It's very convenient. I can put a 36-inch mat on it and still have room on the sides. But not everybody has that available to them. You don't need a big surface. You just need something that's bigger than what your mat is. So if you have a mat like this is perfect for your first starting. It's fine. You don't have to have anything huge. It just depends on what size fabric you're using as to how much you'd have to fold it in order to get nice and neat on the mat, which we will go over in another video. The other thing that you need to start off with is a ruler. So you got your rotary cutter, your mat, and my personal favorite is this ruler by Omni Edge. It has a black plastic grip thing on it, which I super glue because I don't like it moving. But what this does is it actually butts right up against your mat and doesn't allow it to move once you stabilize it with your other hand. That way it gives you a nice clean cut every time. You're not worrying about it being shifted because you shifted your weight a little bit. I highly recommend this type of ruler. They come in 3 inches and 5 inches. The width is good. You have to have something to put your hand on to stabilize it. The smaller the width is going to be, the harder for you to keep stable. So yeah, once you have your rotary cutter, your mat, and your ruler, you are almost there and ready to start making your first quilt top.